Good evening, guys. I am so happy to see you all again. I know it's been a while, but I'm out here today in my garden getting ready to pick some of these flowers and get some of my tomatoes that are ripe because as you can see, there is a storm coming in. I don't know if you can hear the thunder, but I need to hurry. So I'm going to go ahead and get some of these flowers, harvest what I need to harvest, and in the meantime, try to give you a little bit of a tour so you can see what my garden's looking like mid-July 2023. Alrighty. So you can see, I've decided to put quite a few more flowers in my garden this year. Mostly because I like them. And secondly, I wanted a way to separate my hot peppers that I have over here from the sweet peppers that I have over here. And then let me show you this really quick. This zinnia. Oh my goodness. I did not expect it to look like this when I ordered the seeds, but I think it is so pretty. That bright, hot pink in the middle and the bright yellow on the edges. And then as it ages, it turns into this really rich, bronzy color. But I love it. And then this flower, this one, it's a zinnia too, is from the Queen Vine series. So it is supposed to be green and pink. And I have marigolds, of course. And then these giant zinnias have white, beautiful pink, and huge. Alrighty, let me pick a couple flowers. Okay, so first coming into the garden, I have my little trellis. I have an aster here, some strawberries, a blue butterfly pea, and then in my raised beds, I have tomatoes all along this trellis. And then on this arch, I have melons. And then this bed, tomatoes. And then these were the flowers we were just looking at. Now this tomato, pretty big. Still isn't the biggest one. I'm so proud of my little tomatoes. But this is the Virginia Sweet. Oh no, it's raining. Okay. And oh no. Okay. Okay, so I am back where I started a few days ago. It's been raining like every day. It's the summertime stormy season for us here. In every afternoon, summertime, we get a good thunderstorm. But anyway, the flowers again. I did pick a small bouquet. I need to get some more because the more you cut these, the more they flower. And I don't want them to go to seed and completely die out. But let's go back to where we were. Okay, so I was in here with my cherry tomatoes. And you see this. Lots more that are ripe that I need to get back out here and finish harvesting. These again are the black cherry, and we have black strawberry. Then another black strawberry plant that's not doing very well right next to this one that's doing really well. Yeah. And this is Evans Purple Pear and Sweet Candy Icicle, I think maybe. And this red tomato is Gardener's Delight. And see, this is what happens. You have ripe tomatoes and you don't get out here. But this is the black creme, and these are the crushed heart. Yeah, I need to get harvesting. Oh gosh, that is so disappointing. Look, both of those giant tomatoes. Those are the pineapples. Those are my favorite. Chickens will be happy to see that though. And this plant never did very well, so I never harvested anything off of that. That's a persimmon. Even the fruit looks sick on that plant. Then Barnes Mountain Orange. These look pretty good. You have some splitting, but the fruit looks pretty good. Storm Burns Lemon Blush. And some Virginia Sweets. These plants did really well. Look at this. Ugh, so disappointing. I have one pretty big size one. Just leaning over. You can see over here. Have some peppers that need to be harvested. A couple that are just done for. Gosh. Let's see. I think this one, the couple peppers on it is gosh, I've forgotten. The Asian pear that everybody, Asian pepper that everybody likes to, yeah, I can't remember. But this is one of my hot peppers. That's my Trini pepper. Trinidad. These, look at this. Look at this. Oh my gosh. When you're not out harvesting. But this is the Cosmic Eclipse tomato. Let's see how pretty that is. Right. And I have a green stalk. I put some strawberries in it, but they did not like it. But my thyme is doing really, really well. I have 2 thyme plants in it, and that's the only thing that survived. But I think we're going to put some string beans in here. But yeah, all of my strawberries are, I don't know. They looked really good putting them in. I don't know if I didn't give it enough water and they dried out too fast or what happened with my strawberries. But they were the jewel and seascape varieties. And then over here, I have a small melon on this trellis. This is my string beans. I harvested them all a little over a week ago, and it looks like they're still putting on. I was about to rip them out, but I see some flowers and some little beans, so I'll leave those for now. And this is some kind of weed. I have no idea, but it looks so interesting. I left it as it grew. And of course, all these weeds need to get pulled. And this is a winter squash that the skin is so thin that you can eat even after it's completely ripened, you can still eat the skin on it. Some more flowers. And over on this side, some more tomatoes. And those small cherry sides are the Gardener's Delight. This is a persimmon. And I have a nice bunch of tomatoes there. And one I let go bad. This is the back side of that same trellis. I have some San Marzano type tomatoes in there called the Pisano. They're a hybrid, but they still don't like our humidity. Oh, but yeah, this is where all of this blight is coming from, is the humidity. And this again, the sweet candy icicle. It's long shaped tomatoes. And it's one of my little melons here. And another one back there. Those are two different varieties. And more of the crushed heart tomatoes. They're a paste type of tomato where there's not so much seeds and gel inside. It's more meat. Yeah, I have lots of these little melons coming along. I'm excited for it. So I haven't been able to grow any yet. But I have quite a few. Here's a few more over on this side. I have some basil coming in, and finally I planted it a bit late. And I'm happy to see it coming in. Another decent sized little melon there. And that's pretty much it. Oh, well, no. Back over here. Past my green stalk. These have these yellow pear tomatoes and the coyote. These are so tasty and so tender. They're good for a garden snack because they're so sweet and tender. They don't last very long in the house. Once you pick them, they need to be eaten right away. So I like having them just as something sweet to have out in the garden. See all those tiny little watermelon things? Those are the cucamelons, or Mexican sour gherkins. Growing all up this trellis. Completely covering it. And then over on the other side, these are the Edisto 47 melons. I have a few of those. They are a cantaloupe type and have a couple okra plants I need to harvest. But these, the pink and jade, they stay tender for a long time. So even though that okra looks pretty big, it's still nice and tender. So I'm not quite too late. On the other side of this bed with the okra, a bunch of weeds, but down in there, all these dead stalks are my garlic. Need to get out and harvest these. I did harvest some of the garlic and used it in a recipe that I will try to insert here. All right, I have this volunteer marigold growing in the middle of the garden. And last year I threw all of the stalks where I tore the marigold out down here, and it's one volunteered and it's nice, big, beautiful. But I ripped it out of this bed where all of my cucumbers are dying. Oh, there's one. But there's still flowers up there. Go ahead and rip all of these. Oh, we've got so many cucumbers off of these plants, it's ridiculous. But they're still doing well. Let's see, all of these old cucumbers have ripened and hardened, ready to go to seed. Then I have some volunteer tomatillos. I let them grow once I realized what they were and there wasn't some weed. And they grew off of tomatillos from last year. I have a couple in here. And my little watermelon. This is the Yamada Cream. That's ready, I believe. Yeah. Yeah, it sounds nice and hollow. So that one's ready. Need to pick it. And then mixed in here, I have Tulsi basil. It's another smaller plant. This is the lemon basil and cinnamon basil. Need to cut all of this back. Look at him. And in my little wheelbarrow, I planted a couple perennials. So hopefully they'll come back. They're looking pretty good on neglect. This is a lavender, and I can't remember what the others are, but they're all perennials, so hopefully they'll come back. I think it's really pretty in this pot, in the wheelbarrow, in pots in the wheelbarrow. And my little fig tree. All right, you guys, that is it. Back over here where we started by the flowers, and I will see you in the next one. Actually, I'm gonna go inside. I've ordered some seeds to get ready for this fall, and we're gonna do a little bit of a seed haul, and that'll be it. I'll see you back again in a few seconds. All right, guys, I am back inside. It is hot out there already. It is 9:47 in the morning, and the steam. We talked about the humidity out there already. So later this evening, once the sun starts going down, probably about 8, I'll go back out there before it gets too dark to harvest all of the tomatoes and the cucumber that's ripe, the watermelon, the okra, and everything before they go bad, and clean up those cucumbers that have already gone bad out there. But I have my package here from Johnny Seeds, and I didn't get a whole lot, just a few things, because I have a ton of seeds already. It was just a few things that need to be ordered once a year that won't save, and for me those are onion seeds. So I got the candy, and I'll see if I can get pictures pulled up because Johnny's, they don't have pictures on their seeds. So again, for my onions, I have candy and the Rosa di Milano. It's a red onion. And then I ordered the striped Armenian. It's a melon that grows like a cucumber. It tastes more like a cucumber, so people use it as a cucumber even though it is technically a melon. They can tolerate the heat better than a regular cucumber, even though those cucumbers that I had growing out there did really well up until I stopped harvesting them, and then in the heat and humidity, you saw some of the leaves were dried up and crispy, and that was because of blight. And I can't think of the yeah. They became diseased because of the heat and humidity. So we're gonna try these striped Armenian and see how they do. And then here's another onion we got mixed in here with we have the Bridger. It's a yellow onion. So I have a sweet white onion, a red onion. I don't know. Candy is a yellow onion too. So red onion and two yellows, candy and Bridger. And then these three, these are sweet pea, the flower. Remember, I don't know if you guys remember a video that I did, I think last year, about the difference between sweet peas and sugar snap peas or garden peas, English peas. These are the flower, so every part of this is poisonous. This is just strictly for flowers. We wouldn't be eating any of these. I don't think I have any eating peas, but yeah. So like I told you when I introduced this video the first time around, this past Sunday, I really like having flowers in the garden, so I decided to get a few sweet peas because they're said to smell really, really good. But anyway, that is it, you guys. It's so good to be back on, and I will be seeing you later. Bye. If you have any questions or comments or anything about the garden, please leave them below and I'll do my best to answer. Subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.